Good afternoon, everybody. It's Scott. Today, I'm going to read Chapter 2, Dealing with Addiction in the Family. So here we go. Dealing with addicted family members is always a big challenge. There are some important issues to explore when someone you love is harming themselves. Are you contributing to the problem? People use various addictions to avoid their painful feelings, especially their feelings of anxiety, stress, aloneness, emptiness, and loneliness. Is is there some way that you are contributing to their pain? Well, you are not responsible for how someone deals with pain. You are responsible for anything you are doing that may be contributing to it. Some of the ways you might be contributing are being judgmental towards addicted person who control them regarding their addictions or regarding their other behavior. Caretaking the addicted person by covering them or doing things for them that they need to do for themselves. Being discounting or dismissive toward them. When they try to share their feelings with you about something you might be doing that is difficult for them. Telling yourself that you are responsible for them rather than taking loving care of themselves. Accepting your lack of control. Regardless of how you might be contributing to the problem, their choice to act out addictively is 100% their choice. You cannot control this, not at all. When you do not accept your powerlessness over another's choice and behavior, then you might stay in situations that are detrimental to you, trying to get the other person to change. You can't change anybody that they don't want to change. Staying tuned into your feelings and needs. Are you focused on the addicted person rather than on your feelings and needs? Are you putting yourself aside in other attempts to help them? Are you abandoning yourself in your efforts to get them to stop abandoning themselves or harming themselves? If you focus on your feelings and a responsibility for yourself, what would you be doing differently? Are you feeling sad, used, angry, or anxious much of the time? Is this the case? Then you need to start taking care of yourself rather than abandoning yourself. Taking loving action. If you completely accept your lack of control over the other person and stop caretaking them or judging them, and if you tune into yourself and discover that you are distressed as a result of the relationship, then you have some hard decisions to make. It is very important to understand that whatever is truly in your highest good is also in the highest good of all. When you take loving care of yourself, you open the door for others to take loving care of themselves. Are you some of the are What are some of the loving actions that take regarding the addicted person? Join an appropriate 12-step group to help you move out of enabling the addicted person and out of enmeshment with him or her. Get professional help to heal your need to control through your caretaking or through being judgmental. Contact a professional who does interventions and brings together all the people who are sad about the situation and are willing to stop contact with the addicted person until he or she goes into the treatment center or gets some form of good help. Decide for yourself that you will no longer be involved with a family member as long as he or she is acting out on the addiction. This means leaving the relationship, which may be very hard to do. You may need professional help to take this action. Accept the person as he or she, completely accepting that the addiction will continue. and learn to take care of yourself within the situation. When you completely accept your lack of control and deal with your controlling behavior, then you can you can be open to learning about the loving action to take on your behalf and behalf of the addicted family member. Boundaries and addictions. Many of us have experienced difficult relationships with someone or with several people who have been addicted to alcohol, drugs, gambling, or other unhealthy pursuit. How might we deal with these difficult relationships, recognize them early, and prevent such relationships in the future? My dear mother was unfortunately an alcoholic and a gambling junkie. One day I realized something vitally important. Just because you love someone doesn't mean it is healthy to be near them. It is tremendously useful in life to learn to separate your feelings for someone with your understanding that what it is or is not healthy for you to be around. We need both love, or at least like, and healthy dynamics for a relationship to continue. If both are not present, then the relationship cannot be, you cannot make it then the relationship can make you unhappy or even destroy your health, confidence, and safety. Ironically, it is also better for them to separate if they will not work on controlling their addiction. Maintaining the relationship while addiction runs unchecked encourages their addiction to continue. It is not a significant consequence for them to argue with them about their addiction, for they can remain addicted and behave badly and still have their relationship with you. You might be helping to support them, so why should they stop? It is an addiction, so it is powerful. If you have been in a relationship with someone who is addicted, it would be very helpful to you to decide on your boundaries now, so that you would address the matter with a clear head when it comes up again. Here are some suggestions for behavior that is not acceptable in your relationships. If they borrow money from you to pay for their addiction, or borrow money from you to pay their needs because they spent their own money on their addiction. If their addiction prevents them from supporting themselves financially, lying in any way to cover up the truth about the activities, being cruel or violent to you in any way while they are inebriated or sober, causing you damage or property to your property or loss of reputation, long absences or causing you great worry, putting lives at risk by drinking and driving. If you find yourself in a situation where your partner, family member, or friend is addicted, address it immediately. For best success, don't allow it to continue as it is. You need to give an ultimatum with consequences. I highly recommend that you tell them that must participate in an organized help program for their addiction, or you will cease all support and your relationship with them until they have control over their addiction, and you will not live with them. If you can, organize your loved ones to give the same message at the same time, for it will be more effective. These are highly difficult situations, but remember two things. You would be helping both yourself and them if you take care of your own emotional and safety needs. And just because you love someone doesn't mean it is healthy to be with them while they are addicted. Love them from afar. Conquer your addiction with hypnosis. An addiction can take control of a person's life. For example, a successful man who is an alcoholic can lose everything, including their business, family, and reputation because of the devastating effects of his alcohol addiction. Alcohol is one of many debilitating addictions that can affect your lives. Others include tobacco, prescription medication, food, recreational drugs, or even sex. When a person is under the power of addiction, the addiction controls their work relationships, personal relationships, and so much more. A person that is addicted to something is hindering and limiting their life. To live with addiction is to experience life as it to live without addiction is to experience life as it should be, as we are born. There are several reasons why a person may become addicted to something. Some of the reasons include poor self-esteem, a traumatic experience, stress, or a simple bad judgment. If you are addicted to something, I'm sure that you have tried to regain control over your life and end the vicious cycle. For some people, it is easy, but for many others, it is a desperate fight that seems to go on and on. Hypnosis is an effective way to conquer addiction. The process of hypnosis is safe, gentle, extremely rewarding. Hypnosis works on a subconscious level. While a person is undergoing hypnosis, they are induced into a deep state of relaxation. The subconscious mind is highly receptive to new perspectives and ideas during the state of deep relations. And the subconscious mind will receive positive suggestions that have an individual visualize a life without addiction. During the visualization, the individual can feel how great life without addiction is, and this can be very profound. While an individual is in the process of hypnosis, the individual is given encouragement, motivation, confidence building statements, and a definite plan to conquer addiction. The positive suggestions that the subconscious mind receives causes the individual to change their negative behavior and thinking patterns. It is because of this change that a person can conquer their addiction. Hypnosis alleviates both stress and anxiety, calming the nerves, the mind, and the whole body. People who have undergone hypnosis have greater confidence and increased self-esteem. If you want to conquer your addiction and turn your goals into reality, I recommend, as a practicing hypnotherapist, this guy, that you seek out the services of a qualified hypnotherapist in your area. Hypnosis can help you conquer your addiction and live a happier, healthier, and more rewarding life. So that's the end of that. Hypnosis works. It's absolutely fantastic. I've had it done in my personal life when I was a young kid, and I've had it done as an adult, dealing with major traumatic event that I witnessed, and it worked awesome. I know lots of people that have stopped smoking, gambling, all kinds of drinking issues. But yeah, it's a handy thing. I'll continue on with chapter 3 here in a bit. Thank you. Have a blessed day.